I was never supposed to be alone in the hospital at night. We had a Rule 2 staff minimum on overnight duty, but budget cuts don't care about rules. And that's how I found myself the only nurse left on the medical ward at 2:43 a.m. The fluorescent lights hummed above me, every other bulb flickering with that sickly green tint that makes everything look slightly wrong. My shift was dead quiet. No call buttons pressed, no machines beeping, just the tick of the wall clock and the sound of my pen scratching into the patient log. That's when I saw it. At the bottom of the log, where there should have been only 12 patients for the night, there was a 13th name, written neatly in a hand that wasn't mine. Patient, room 6B name, Andrew Cole, admitted, 2:17 a.m. I froze. Room 6B had been empty for weeks. Renovations, the beds had been removed, the monitors disconnected. I'd walked past it half an hour, AGO lights off, door locked. I flipped back through earlier pages of the log. No Andrew Cole. I checked the admission system on the computer. No record, the ER downstairs hadn't transferred anyone up. The ambulance log was blank. Still, there it was. Ink pressed into the paper. Not a copy, not a trick of light. A name, a time, a room. Almost as if on cue, the call light above the nurse's station pinged. Not one of the active rooms. Not any of my 12 patients. The small red bulb 46B flicked on. I laughed out loud, shaky, telling myself the wiring was bad. The room was disconnected from the system, but sure wires glitch, bulbs short. I reached up, hit the reset button on the panel. The bulb went dark. 2 minutes later, it lit up again. I grabbed my keys, walked the hall, sneakers squeaking too loud on the linoleum. The hospital felt like it was listening. Room numbers passed in glowing blue plastic. 4B, 5B, 6B. The light above 6B's door was red, calling me. I slid the key in, opened the door, a crack, and froze. The bed was there. It shouldn't have been, but it was. Sheets tucked tight, pillow plumped. The overhead light glowed dimly. On the bedside table sat a clipboard with fresh paperwork, and in the bed, a shape, thin still, covered to the chest with a blanket. My heart pounded so hard, my badge vibrated on its clip. I stepped inside. The shape in the bed didn't move. I edged close enough to see the chart. Patient, Andrew Cole, age 42. Reason for admission, observation. The signature at the bottom, nurse verification, was mine. My handwriting, neat and rushed the way it gets after long shifts. I hadn't signed it. I reached out, pulled the blanket down just enough to see. The bed was filled with nothing. The dent of a body was there, the outline of legs, arms, a head pressed into the pillow, but no one. Just the suggestion of weight. An imprint without flesh. Hello. My voice cracked. The dent in the pillow deepened, slowly, as if someone turned their head toward me. I backed away, shaking my head, muttering no. The lights above flickered. The machines in the hall all beeped once, in unison, though none of them were connected to that room. And then my name, from the bed, in a voice soft and dry, as if spoken through gauze. Please, check me in properly. I bolted. I slammed the door, twisted the key, and sprinted back to the nurse's station. I tore the logbook open. The 13th name stared up at me, and underneath it, in the margin, new words had appeared in my handwriting. Nurse of record. My name. I dropped the pen, heart racing. This wasn't possible. The intercom crackled. Dead for years, never used. A whisper crawled through it. You forgot to sign the discharge too. The lights above the nurse's desk clicked off. The only one still glowing was the red bulb for room 6B. I refused. I sat frozen in my chair until dawn, until other staff walked in and found me pale and shaking. They laughed when I told them what I'd seen, swore the room was locked, empty, stripped bare. We walked together to 6B. The door was open. The bed was gone, the table empty, just bare walls and dust. But when I picked up the logbook again, page after page was filled. Patient, Andrew Cole, nurse of record, my name, over and over, hundreds of lines in my hand, crowding every margin. And at the very end, one final note, admitted 2:17 a.m. status, discharged, nurse, transferred. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know, but every night since, at exactly 2:17, I wake up in my own bed to see the red glow of a call lightware. There is no call light shining faintly above my bedroom door, and I swear I can hear a voice, soft, patient, polite. Please check me in.